enough of his slim pickings and can't bite her tongue any longer.
I think the diet is crap. The diet is really, really rubbish. The thing is, you know it. You know that this isn't good for you, just having that. What I don't really understand is why you just have this and nothing else when, you know, like how you want to be. And it's like, people you look at girls, how you want to be, and your mates. I just don't get why you just have just this.
Well, I think what it is when I was in school as well, I got bullied quite a bit for, like, obviously my teeth are quite noticeable, if you know what I mean. And if I'm getting called names, beef, bun, walrus was a good one, for example, it put me off, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to eat in front of people because they would be looking at me.
Looking at you too?
Yeah. I've had, like, physical bullying and verbal bullying, and it does affect you. If I'm around new people, I won't eat anything because I feel like they're watching me eat because of my teeth, if you know what I mean. That's probably why I say used to just fluids, because it's just quick, no one has to look at me eat. But it is upsetting when people like do me just whip into me.
Don't make me cry.
I've just stuck with it. Obviously, yeah, I mean, I do let my best mates call me it because they're my best mates.
But you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
They don't mean it, I know they don't.
Yeah, I know, but you still shouldn't, because deep down it has to affect you.
It just like piss me off when people I don't know start doing it.
Yeah, no, we shouldn't let anybody do it. Why don't anyone do it? I'll give you a hug. Come here. Make a hug.
It's been a tough few days, but Alison provides Nick with the emotional support that he needs.
You're a good-looking lad.
I've learnt to open up, basically. I mean, I've never really done this to anyone. It's made me realise I need to change my diet. It's made me, like, think about things that have happened in the past and why I do eat the way I do.
I'm really pleased that Nick's been able to open up to Alison about his insecurities, because this is not something that he's ever really been able to do before. And if this diet swap's going to work, then the two of them have got to help each other.
The first step on Nick's road to recovery is to discover a passion for eating.
Basically, when it comes to cooking, I have no idea. As long as it involves a microwave or a deep fat fryer, that's as far as I know.
Alison's brought Nick to the supermarket to teach him that there's more to life than fast food. Alison's challenged Nick to find all the ingredients for a spaghetti bolognese. For the quick fix kid, this will not be easy, and he's going it alone.
Yeah, I'm looking for the actual spaghetti. I don't know where to start looking. It's got bolognese sauce written on it, so it's got to be for a spaghetti bolognese. That's it, isn't it? That is all I need, I swear.
Hiya.
Yo.
How did you get on? You didn't do bad, but there's a few missing ingredients.
Yeah, only a few, like onions, carrots, chopped tomatoes, seasoning, and herbs. But after the shopping, Nick's dropping. He's had no caffeine for 3 days and he's feeling the strain.
I've never had a nap during the day. Came back here and I literally passed out because none of the energy drinks. My body isn't used to it, so it's making me more tired.
But there's no rest for the wicked as Alison's about to begin phase 2 of Nick's cookery lesson. She's going to show him how to make his spaghetti bolognese from scratch.
I've no idea how to cut that.
But just prepping the veg is throwing Nick into a world of confusion.
Okay, go for it.
Where do I start with this?
You ever seen garlic before?
Yeah, I always thought it was green though.
Green?
Yeah.
That's it, go for it.
Add mince and brown all over and cook for 10 to 15 minutes. So 10 to 15 minutes is too long for me because I'm a hungry now, eat now person.
After slaving over a hot stove for half an hour, it's time for the taste test.
Nothing. Tastes good, yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Nick's impressed, which is just as well as it's Alison's job to dish up, and she doesn't skimp with the serving. And after a busy day together and some home cooking, the atmosphere at the table has dramatically improved. despite Alison's veritable feast of more fast food.
Food, junk food. Too mean.
I feel out of order sitting there eating this in front of you.
It's a little look. You can't even see I've got any food there. Where's my dinner?
It tastes really nice. I don't want to say it, but it does taste like a beef burger, because obviously it is beef. But it's got all your... so it's a lot healthier than a beef burger. Yeah, I mean, I can feel myself full, but I want to carry on. I'm ignoring my stomach this time because it's too nice.
That's good.
I'm actually quite proud. I've just made myself spaghetti bolognese. Never cooked it before.
He did a really, really good job. And it was just nice, yeah, to see him do that and enjoy it at the end. Yeah, it's really good.
I will definitely make that again. Definitely. Just a smaller amount, that's all.
Ros, Fiona, Morag and Ashley are all suffering from anorexia nervosa. They're 6 weeks into an 8-week course designed to challenge some of the key aspects to this destructive illness.
I feel like I look like a little boy.
Helping the group address their issues are 2 renowned eating disorder specialists, consultant psychiatrist Dr. Peter Rowan and eating disorder dietitian Ursula Philpott. They're over halfway through the course and the group are beginning to feel the benefits of their therapy.
Really looking forward to the future just in general now. I'm just so convinced I'm making progress, but I can't let it slip because I'm just afraid of sort of taking my foot off the gas a little bit and it'll all plummet again, because given the opportunity I might make mistakes.
Been feeling that I look different, that I don't look as thin as I used to look, which is a good thing. I know that I've done things over the last few weeks that I thought I wouldn't be able to do, and I've actually felt really good about it, so it's just like 2 fingers to anorexia really, and I just need to be able to remember that a bit more. Bye for now.
This week the group's challenge is to take part in a day of indulgence at a spa. They'll need to relinquish the incredibly tight control they have over their bodies and submit to a pampering session.
People with eating disorders can become experts at denying themselves any kind of indulgence and instead choosing to punish themselves and their bodies. So I've brought them to a spa so they can experience what it's like to pamper and indulge themselves and their bodies.
It just goes against my nature to do anything to look after myself, treat myself. It feels like unless I've earned something, then I don't deserve it.
Ros isn't able to be here today because she's unwell. This is quite common with people with low weights because the immune system has been weakened.
Anorexics have very low self-esteem, very low feelings of self-worth, and because of that they avoid really anything which pampers them or gives them pleasure a lot of the time. And it's actually very good for them to go to something like a spa and begin the process being given permission really to have nice things done to them is something that most of them will not have experienced for a very long time. And I think that learning to live more comfortably with yourself and with your own body image is an important part of the process of recovery.
4 years of anorexia has taken its toll on Ashley's once healthy body.
As far as my body goes, I am uncomfortable with it. I've sort of come to realise that I'm probably not as desirable to look at as I was.
I think his appearance is rather shocking. You see his back and under his arm. That's when you see it. It really makes you stand back, and I live with him, and it's like... I mean, it's like it's like a 12-year-old boy.
For some anorexics, keeping their body in a childlike state is a way of fending off the responsibilities of adult life.
As I became aware that this was a way of me not having to grow up, that was kind of an additional reason for me to carry on holding on to this, control of the food.
One of the sort of constantly recurring ideas in anorexia has always been of the anorexic holding on to youth in some way, sometimes regarded as a sort of Peter Pan syndrome. And a lot of the anorexics are then trapped wherever it is that they start the illness.